in this video coming up, I was working with my Kibler Woodsrunner, and I absolutely could not get it to shoot it. I mean, it was just giving me a mortal fit, and I was getting very disappointed and frustrated. So, like I said, I called. I was having a fit out of it. It just wasn't doing right at all. But stick around, because it all turns out just fine. It turned out just fine. Oh, I love my Kibler Woodsrunner. It's an awesome rifle. There's a gobbler apparently. Sounds like he's almost up to the top of the mountain up there. He did a double and triple gobbling back at me to see if he'd keep it up. There he goes. He's gobbling his hind end off. I can just talk him into coming in now. Let's make him think there's more than one hen down here. Bingo. Double gobbler. The gobblers that were all fired up, they haven't said a word since I shut up, since I quit talking to them. The little hen came out up there. She's up there at the food plot now. There are a couple of hens up above the food plot up there. And that's all I've seen. But more than one gobbler had been answering my calls all morning, but they're hung up on that ridge up there. On a strutting path, sounds like. Well, they might be with hens. Most likely they're with hens. Most likely they're henned up. So I'll keep awaiting, make an occasional call. See if you can't talk something into coming back down this way. We did 2 days ago. The two hens up there, they don't pay attention to the call at all. But let's see if I get an answer out of those gobblers. Well, it's well past the end of legal hunting hours, which is noon. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon now, so I'm going to do a little bit more load development and zeroing. Because we're going to keep fooling with it so I get the load that I'm looking for and get it zeroed where I want it. Okay. Yeah. See if we can. That one. Adjusted on the sights a little bit. Smoky in here. You know, last week it was winter. Now it's over 80 degrees. Whew. Lord mercy, burned up. Holy moly, hot. Well, it's early morning. I think Wednesday. Whenever I can get Diane and the puppy all situated, I try to get out here for a little wild hunt anyway. And when Diane broke that hip, boy, that put the brakes on my hunting and fishing. I hadn't been fishing since October. But anyway, I come out here when I get a chance. I think this makes the third morning. Then I come out and try to hunt for a little while. Then I may come back in the afternoon and try to shoot a little bit. I still got to still trying to get this Kibler Woodsrunner to find the load that it's going to shoot the best and get it zeroed. It's kind of a picky. That rifle's pretty picky, and it shoots high and way to the left. So I've got my front sight way off center to the left and my rear sight way off center to the right, and just trying to get the point of impact where I want it, and it's real high. So I'm definitely going to have to order a new front sight, get it, push that shot group down. It's just way, way, way too high. Anyway, one turkey just came out up here. She's up there in the food plot. And it's a hen. And I have not heard the first bird. My brother on a stand farm a few miles from here, and he said he's heard one way off in the distance. They've been talking like crazy, but not today. Actually, Virginia gets their season started way too late. It needs to be at least 2 weeks earlier than what it is. By the time they get around to opening the season, the gobbling has really toned way down, and most of the old gobblers are all henned up, and it's just not the best time. Oh well. Birds are all been shut mouth this morning. Getting a little box called chalked up. Let's try them again. But so far, there has not been a peep. Out of a turkey this morning. Well, let's see if we can stir them up a little bit. She's more interested in breakfast, I think, than she is at Jake. There's the decoy, there's the hen. Well, the turkey hunting is over for today. We still can't hunt them all day here. We can only hunt them till noon. It's another week or so. But I'm more interested in getting this rifle shooting good than I am getting another turkey. I am very interested in getting this thing shooting. It's hot. It's downright hot today. And this is a 70 grain load to begin with. Then I'm going to shoot 3 90 grains. And these are all weighed out, precisely weighed out, the charges. I'm notorious for not turning on the camera. So I had to check that. Okay. Let's see where this first one goes. Man, I love everything. Keep shooting. Left, 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 left. My God, I'm going to have the rear sight not plumb out of the... Holy moly. This is unreal. I don't understand that. Just keep shooting further and further and further to the left. And I keep driving the sights to the right. I move the sights way to the right. Seems like the more I move to the right, the more it shoots to the left. I mean, this sight looks plumb stupid hanging that far off the side of the barrel. Holy moly. Good grief in a milk cow. That is absolutely ridiculous. It's just crazy. Good Lord have mercy. This Woodsrunner's driving me nuts. It just you shoots left, 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 high, erratic, all over the place. Good Lord have mercy. I'm beginning to think that I've got a beautiful lemon. I mean, I know that the Kiblers are well touted. I know that. And they're beautiful, and they're well made and all that. Overall. But this one, I think it's a lemon. It's just a frippin' lemon. It's horrible. First of all, the barrel in the tank would not fit in the stock. It took me several hours of careful inletting to get the thing in there. Then the patch box wouldn't fit, so that took a good long while to get that thing right. Other than that, it went together okay. Then I started shooting it. with GoX, with Swift, with light charges all the way up through to heavy charges, different patching, everything else. It just shoots horrible. It's unreal. It's unreal how bad it shoots. That it shoots high left. I've got the rear sight hanging. It's ridiculous how far off the barrel I've got that thing hanging, and the front sight all way off to the side. It looks plumb stupid. But if it would shoot accurately, you could live with that maybe, but it don't. It's all over the place. I don't believe I've ever been any more frustrated with anything in my life than I have this cotton-picking Kibler Woodsrunner. My Tennessee poor boy shoots circles around. I'm just thoroughly disgusted with it. How would I rate it? What would I do? I can rate it as far as a good looking gun. It's a beautiful rifle and all that. And it's got a great lock. It's got all that. But this one here just is not a shooter. It's just nuts. No rhyme, no reason to it. It'll shoot a couple of them great, then throw the next several a mile off, then it'll go back to. You'll shoot a couple of them pretty good. Think, okay, it's going to do okay. Then it goes ballistic. You're lucky to sometimes you don't even keep them on the target. They're not even on the paper. They'll be off the paper. Jiminy God. What a horrible frickin' rifle. I must be off my rocker. Keep trying to get this thing to shoot. Am I frustrated with this rifle? Yeah, buddy. You better believe it. If it just would make some sense. It's just erratic. See what county that one landed in. God almighty. Unfrippin' believable. Unbelievable. I'm so frustrated that it's incredible. I've never been this frustrated with a rifle. Ever, I don't believe. I'm 80 years old and I've never fooled with a rifle this cut, picking crazy. It's a PO and I forget to put my earmuffs on. Fire, not fire. We'll have to put this thing up. Work with it some other time. I'll go back shoot my Dixie Arms Tennessee poor boy. I don't even know where it's at. I got no earthly idea. I will have to say, so far, this Kibler Woodsrunner has been the most frustrating rifle I have ever worked with, ever. No rhyme, no reason, no nothing the way it shoots. I mean, I'm 80 years old. I've been doing this for 60 years or more. I think you've seen everything a gun, a muzzle, or anything else can possibly throw your way. And then something like this comes along. It's just flabbergasted. Absolutely flabbergasted. Well, now here's where we're at right now. I gave up on the Woodsrunner, and I contacted Kibler, and they're sending me a box, because foolishly I didn't keep the package of the box that the kit came in. I didn't. But anyway, they're sending me a new box, a shipping label and everything to send it back. They said they would fix whatever ailed it. You can't ask for any more than that. Well, this is going to be my first shot at a target with the new barrel that's on my Woodsrunner. I was having problems with the rifle. I sent it back to Kibler, and they sent it back to me with a new barrel on it. So let's just see how this barrel's going to shoot. I got careless. Put my thumb right under that hook, and it popped me royally. Oh, goodness. Oh, that smarted. No, that dumbed is what it was. Oh, heaven. That wasn't any fun at all. That hurt, as a matter of fact. Left. Let's see what those sights look like. Might need to come a hair to the right. Okay, shot number 3. Nice little clover leaf, but to the left. Drive it just a wee bit to the right. Somehow it's still shooting to the left. Try this again. What's in alignment? My God, is it ever high. Everybody always talk about how the videos that I've seen, how low this rifle shoots, and they have to use to file it down to practically nothing. But boy, that has not been my findings. Okay. I fired one shot with that higher sight, and it sure brought that bullet down. Let's see where this one might go. Oh yeah. It likes 80 grains. Hmm. 80 grains. Third shot with the 80 grain. First two are really looking good. If it wasn't an accident. Oh my. Oh my. 80 grain load is beautiful. I mean, 80 grain load is plumb beautiful. Two are touching, one just barely out. a little bit to the left. I got to bring them back a little bit right. While I'm at it, I'm going to fire a few with 90 grains. Just see what it does. Second shot with 90 grains. Man, it likes those 80, 90 grain loads. Accurate, Lord, I reckon. Third shot with 90 grains. But so far it's really shot 80 and 90 grains very well. Yeah, boy. 1, 2, 3. I think 80 grains is my best load. It is so far anyway. Try one here without my glasses. I'm kind of shooting off the elbows here a little bit. The glasses, one last shot today. Okay. These two right here, and this one, and these two are my 80 grain load. The 90, here, and here. Still good enough. I mean, here, and here. And these others are 70, 80 grain, 90 with different sight settings and all this, but this is going to be, I believe, my using load, 80 grains. But I will go back and try 70, 80, 90 again after I get the sight that I want. I got another sight ordered, but it's good. This is great accuracy. This is great. I will certainly live with that. Okay, so on my Kibler Woodsrunner here. All right, as you'll see, or you saw in the video, I was having a lot of trouble with this thing. It's just erratic and shooting real high and way to the left, and erratic and not accurate at all. I mean, I just couldn't get any rhyme or reason out of it at all. So I contacted by email Jim Kibler, and they said, send it back to me. Well, I didn't keep the box that it came in. And if any of you ever gotten a kit from Kibler, you know it's not just a box. I mean, it is a box. It's plywood and whatever. It's nothing's going to get hurt in that box. Big old heavy thing. Cost a bit to ship it, I'm telling you. So anyway, I said, look, I didn't keep that box. Actually, I sold a Ruger #1 to a guy in Idaho, and I used that box to ship it to him. So I said, you want me to send it back to you, and so I can put it in something like a PVC tube? Or he said, no, I'll send you a box. So they sent me a box and a prepaid shipping label to ship the gun back in. So they shipped me a box. I put the gun in there, used their label, and sent it back to them. 3 weeks later, I get it back. No explanation. They didn't say yay or nay of anything. I mean, they just said, your kit has been returned to you today. Been put in the mail today. Have a nice day. So when I get the kit back, open it up, and they put a brand new barrel in it. So I had to, of course, go here and draw file it and finish it and put it back together and all that. But let me tell you, this barrel is a tack driver. It's shooting great. I mean, goodness gracious. I've only tried so far just 70, 80, and 90 grain loads in it, and they're shooting all of them great. The 80 grains is really shooting good, so I really think that somewhere right around 80 grains is going to be my load. So I cannot say enough good about Kibler. I mean, you cannot go wrong by ordering a Kibler kit. They're awesome. I mean, they're absolutely awesome. And if you do by some crazy chance have a problem, they'll take care of it. They will take care of it, period. I mean, what was wrong with that barrel? I don't know, but Kibler don't actually make the barrel. They finish it out, you know, as far as boring it and all that. They don't do that. They do the outside, you know, the octagon and the swamp, making the swamp barrel and all that. They mill the outside down and all that, but they don't actually make the barrel itself. What was wrong with that barrel? I don't know. But there was something. It just would not shoot at all. Boy, this one does. This one's shooting good. So if you're thinking about getting a Kibler kit, by all means do it. They are awesome. They're awesome. The precision and everything else about them, they're just awesome. I love this thing. It's a great. So thank you, Jim Kibler, for producing a great rifle. And that I did. I'm probably the only person in the world that ever had a problem like that with it. But Jim took care of it. I thank you, sir. Thank you very much for taking care of this. I'm telling you, I highly recommend Kibler rifles. Period. They're fantastic rifles. So if you're even thinking about getting one, go ahead and do it. You're not going to go wrong. They're awesome. I mean, I can't say enough good about Kibler long rifles. Jim Kibler, the whole crew there. It's a great place to do business with, and you better believe I will be getting another one. I'll probably be that Fowler whenever things settle down on it. A little while, I'll give it a little while. I'll probably get me a Fowler. I'd like to have one of everything they make. Goodness gracious. Great, 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 great rifles. And this son of a gun here is one accurate piece of plunder. But the only thing is, with my load and everything, it's shooting a little bit high. So I ordered and got from Track of the Wolf, a higher front sight to bring it down. And this was perfect. I mean, it is perfect. The setup, that sight on this rifle is perfect. Except the blade's so cotton picking thin. Without my glasses, I have a hard time seeing it. It's just too thin. It's just too thin. So I'm going to see if I can't find a thicker blade somewhere. I'd rather it. This is precision. That thin is, but I want it coarser so I can see it under varying conditions. It may not shoot quite as accurate with a coarser sight, but it'll suit me better. So I'll get in there. Get a better, a different sight, something that suits me a little better. And I like the silver, I really do. I like the nickel silver sight, and that's what I'm going to get just a little bit wider. A little bit wider. So the sight that came on this Woodsrunner is quite a bit thicker than the sight that I got from Track of the Wolf, but it's just a little bit, it needs to be a little taller, and I like the silver. That's just a personal preference. I like the silver, so I will be ordering that, and then I will have a fantastic, I've got a fantastic rifle. So once again, if you're thinking about getting a Kibler, for heaven's sake, do it. You cannot go wrong with them. They're fabulous rifles. They're awesome rifles. Can't say enough good about them. And like I said, I did have a problem, but what it was, whatever it was, they took care of it. Without question, they just sent me a brand spanking new barrel. And let me tell you, this barrel is a shooter. It's a shooter. I'm going to get a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun with this rifle. Get a lot of good use out of it. This thing is going to take its share of deer, I'm telling you. It surely is. So anyway, I'm going to go back in the house, get me a bite to eat, visit that good-looking woman of mine, and see if I can't locate me a sight as thick as the one that came on the Kibler, but in nickel silver and a little bit taller. Talk soon.